technical difficulties getting phones acting up, acting stupid and crazy. Didn't get a full day, so yesterday. So what the heck? What's going on today? A whole lot of neat stuff going on. So we actually got some people that are selling the ACDC bike. We got some more information, David Mann bike. We'll talk about it. And some other brains about who else we're going to see. So what do we got? 3 people on. We'll wait a couple minutes for a few more to come on before we make any announcements of exciting stuff that we found out. So who we got on? Larry's on.
How much did you yesterday?
I'm going to think.
You're not on your stream, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there's us.
All right. We're all on and people can see.
Trying to find
Back here in the back of the building now. Let me see if this. Let's check this one to make sure. Make sure everybody can hear us. Yeah.
Yeah, we look fuzzy.
Remove it.
It might be really.
All right, let me get the other. Let me see if this phone decided to start working. We're in a very bad location, so we may have to move. We're in the garage now. Turn that down. Let me see if this phone decided to start working. So give a couple minutes here. I'll sign. See if it's really working. I don't understand why this isn't coming on here. I don't have nothing but trouble.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back here and see if it works any better because where we're at is not working very well. So I can show you some of the bikes as we're walking by. These are all bikes that have already sold. Some of these are from Wednesday. Yeah, these are Wednesday bikes. So they're just either waiting to be picked up or they're waiting to be shipped out, one of the two. Yes, once you pay it off, then they want to get going. They want to ship them or pick them up. There's a big bike. Sorry, hope I'm not going too fast. I don't know, are we any better on our connection? I can't tell. Let me see. There's Rod, he's back on again. I don't have my glasses. I left everything back there, so I don't know what we're going to do. He's coming with everything. I didn't grab anything but the phone. So if we can sit back here, if we got a better signal. So is the signal better? I don't even have my other phone to check it. We should have checked this before we started, I guess. We just told them where we wanted the table at. All right. Can you hear the auctioneers going off? Here's all the bikes that are down here. So there's the back door, and there's the haul bikes.
We'll do a live, and then I can bring the chairs over here. We got no signals. We're going to use the box as a table.
I know, that was my lunch break.
Yeah. All righty. So let me see. I don't know what he did with my glasses and everything. I don't know. Because I can't see the. I can hear Tam, but video is sporadic. Okay. I don't know what he did with my phone either. Hey. We're going to use this nice little cardboard box as a table. So me see if I can find my glasses so I can read what everybody's saying. I'm hoping he put them in here. Here's my phone. It's still kind of fuzzy, isn't it? I don't know. I can see myself. Yeah, it's still pretty choppy. I don't know. We might have to go back up in that stinky bar again. That was kind of gross. Let me see. Whoops. Now I lost all my comments. All right. Not a good connection. All right. Yeah, we're working on that still. There's Jamin. George says, how many bikes did you bid on yesterday? None. We don't have a bidder's card. Video's a little rough. Yeah, we're trying to fix that. I know I'm probably way behind on. My name isn't Peppy. Nice sunset. Yeah, I know. Still breaking up. Rod says crew from Dublin is there. There you go. Drink one for us. I can hear Tam, but the video is sporadic. Okay. What's your angle? I'll buy that. I know. There's a lot. Blurry. I don't know. It's still not. Oh, it might be a little better now. It looks a little better, I guess. So he's got some chairs for us now. Are you out? Patsy says a little better. I thought it was my glasses. No, I think it's us. There's Slim Jim. Hey, how you doing? Whoops. Rod made all good here. Maybe Guinness. There you go. There. So hopefully we're better. So there's mine. Is it better? I guess so. He's going to see if maybe we can switch phones out. Oh, I don't know if we're going to do that again. That wasn't very good last time. But ours had the better. I don't know why that phone won't. So anyway, we looked at some of the road art this morning and seen what some of that went for. So we might buy some things. Some things went crazy prices and some went not so bad. So we'll just have to see. I don't know what he's thinking about buying. Maybe the soda machine or the I have to turn it upside down. The weather's pretty nice. Can you see the weather out there? What's in there? You turn it upside down. Turn it upside down. Probably the bottom's going to be. All right.
All right, we're trying to make a homemade table here. We got a box, and we're going to try to make and see if we can get this better. So what I said earlier, it's like I'm crooked. What I said earlier was that I forget totally what I was talking about. We talked to the people about the AC/DC bike. Got some little information, but the video either going to come out probably tomorrow morning if all goes well. We got a little more information on the David Mann bike, so we'll talk a little bit about that today. I don't know what else I was going to say. Something else. I said that
Still kind of tough.
my phone might be set at too high a resolution. It's very possible. Let's see if this phone decided to start working.
Sorry.
So we'll see what happens.
Oh, looks like Rider X is even on. I see.
Yeah.
Wish I was kidding. The picture is rough. I know. Patty says better, but I don't know. There's Rider X. He says hi, everyone. And hey. Some nights would have been
Right. Some nights you would have been right.
probably they're talking about drinking and stuff. So did you find it? Is it coming out?
I'm waiting. Yeah, it's starting to work. The other one out. You can just turn this camera off. It's just not. Oh no. Let's see what it comes up.
Clint's on now too.
Hey, Clint, we're working on quality of video in a minute. Yep, this one's doing a lot better. So let me get this one on. We're gonna hopefully the mic won't go dead. If the mic goes dead, You'll still be able to see us until we switch the phone, because I got to put this microphone on.
I know it has, Ryder X. How was your trip to, was it Kentucky? With Jack Specialties thing. We'll have to call and talk and see what all's going on.
All right, let me unplug this. Take the microphone off. Got a YouTuber over here across from us. He's all excited. All right, here we go. In the studio.
So these guys bought this other YouTuber, Del Santo, for lunch. How about that? Wasn't that nice?
All right.
Guys, tell me if you know who he is. So does anybody recognize that guy?
Okay. Turn this microphone on. Turn that microphone off. All right. So let us know if you can hear us. Look, there's two of us. Two. Let me turn that camera off.
Yeah, we can hear.
Layout. One. Done. Oh, got the wrong camera on. Camera. Now that ain't real good.
Yes. Layout.
I did that already. I don't know. Let me figure out this one here. This one should be okay. This is the one that's camera off. Fun.
Anyway, let's see who else is on here. Facebook user, I don't know who that is. Blurry, but I know him. Oh, okay. I don't know who it was. I'll have to ask him. I don't know where he went. I saw him earlier today too.
I don't know.
Gonna have to have two on?
I guess.
Because I think you can only turn the guest off. You can't turn the main camera off. Well, I guess you do. You have them just up by themselves, don't you?
Yeah, but it's not like a regular thing where I can see them down here in the bottom. Okay, here we go. Let's get this one.
If you remove it from stream, then solo layout. I don't know. Crazy.
Hey, nope, now this one's on. So we got to go back to the other one. So I'll turn that this one. Hit this. Hit the stream. Hit that. Solo layout. All right. Hey, I did it. All right.
Oh my God.
So we finally got that fixed. Holy Jennifer Jupiter's Batman. So
I wanted to see who the Facebook user was.
it is the dude from Cycle Drag. Okay.
Okay.
We've seen him bouncing around here the last day or two, but didn't get a chance to talk to him. Looking great now, George says. Double trouble. Yep, we got rid of that. Quality is much better. We are just seeing you in double. We got that fixed. We had two cameras running at once. When in Galway, Ireland, drink at my local Trappers Inn pub. Great crew and drinking there for 40 years. That sounds good, Rod. Patsy's on. Rod says all clear, all clear.
Rick Range and Joyce is on.
So, Ryder X, did you get what you wanted done at Drag Specialties? That's the cue. That's your cue. You don't have to tell us nothing, but just either you did or you didn't.
What he was going to get done?
No.
Oh.
I figured he's trying to get a job or something. I don't know. That's why I'm not so if you can hear us over the auctioneer. Sold. So we
got some prices and stuff that fitted.
You know, it's like we were talking to some people today, and what this auction is, and so is Barrett Jackson. You know, these are retail auctions, so it's not like, and somebody was complaining last night on one of the Facebook pages I had, or maybe on my YouTube, I don't know what it was, saying that, you know, that's what ruins the industry because these kind of auctions get such top dollar for bikes. But you got to realize most of the bikes that are here are brought by collectors. So if you're looking for a particular bike, maybe for a show, they actually sold a bike today from the Sturgis Museum. one of a kind. So we're going to show you that in a video coming up that we'll have. So it was kind of neat. We didn't even know it was here.
The company was only in business for a few years.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat, and so that's going to come up on the video. I had to be walking down the stairs, and I'm like, "Holy crap! She was excuse me." She was already listening to it, right? She kept track of a lot of the bikes, what they were selling for this morning.
For about an hour, that's it.
And so we'll talk about that in a video. Maybe we'll even print up the list of what we wrote down. I mean, you can go on their site. I don't know how soon they update it. We got to talk to somebody from Mecum. Maybe try today. I don't know if that John's here yet.
I don't know.
Somebody.
Or Dave.
We'll see who will talk to us and answer some of these questions for you guys, stuff like that. It's curious about how this all works. I was going to go fill out a credit application to see what they charge for that. Just they charged me to do it. I'm not going to do it, but just to fill it out to see what their interest rate would be and things like that. My credit's fair. It's not perfect. It's not lousy. It's kind of in the middle. Right or X telling you?
I don't know. I know what to do.
It didn't happen. My entry to the event got COVID. We had to cancel at the last minute. Well, that sucks.
Yeah. So you didn't get to meet Marilyn or nothing, huh? Thanks.
So, yeah. So,
I know Marilyn's not out here either. We kind of missed her last night. We went to the industrial party last night.
Yeah, if you were on Facebook, you've seen a few pictures of that. We put some video up of that. Had some really neat bikes there. Some of these people you might know. Who did you get to take a picture with?
Oh, Shannon from
Counting Cars.
Yep.
And he was there. We got him on video, but I didn't talk to him. I don't. A lot of times, like having people at a social event, they don't want to, be real public. But we have heard that Mike Wolf from American Pickers is supposed to be showing up tomorrow, Friday, and should be here on Saturday too. And if all goes well, we should be able to get him to say a few things, maybe about his bikes or something. If he does, we'll put it up on the internet right away. Maybe we'll do a live or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But to get him back on and talk a little bit about that. So we'll talk a little bit about the AC/DC bike. We actually got to meet the owners of that bike. I actually thought Brian Johnson from AC/DC, I thought he died a long time ago, but apparently he did not. He's like 70-something years old. He lives in the same community that these people did. So they bought the bike a while back, and the title was actually still in Brian Johnson's name. And they wanted to keep it that way. That's the way they wanted to sell it. But here at the Mecum auction, whoever's name's on the title, that's who they send the check to. So they're like, oh, crap. So they changed it to their name. So they have a photocopy of the title. They also have the bill of sale where he bought it, what Harley Davidson dealer up in New York he bought it from. So that's kind of neat, what he paid for it. They got a bunch of memorabilia and stuff that they're going to throw in on it and stuff like that. They got a signed picture of him and standing in front of the motorcycle, a signed picture that you get with the bike too. It's kind of neat. I have no idea what they want. They called like the Pawn Stars and a lot of different places around here. Nobody ever called them back, but they're wanting, I think, top dollar for their bike. And but I mean, it is something. If you are a big AC/DC fan, hey, I think it's going to bring hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because and if it got publicized enough that people know that it's here. I put it on the AC/DC site this morning, and somebody was putting a picture of him holding a T-shirt or something. I think it was a scam site, but I put on there and said, hey, if you really want to buy something, go to the Mecum auction on Saturday and buy his bike.
Yep. So
that's neat. The other thing is the David Mann bike. We found out a little bit more about that because George, which is actually a big David Mann fan, he sent me some pictures and stuff of it. I almost look like that John guy at first, but it's got a guest pass on it.
Oh.
It is signed. It's in magic marker. It looks like a Sharpie that on the gas tank. That is supposed to be David Mann's signature on the bike. Never, ever, ever was his bike. You have to watch the video to see what year it was actually in Easy Rider magazine.
And who built the bike and all that.
Yeah. So they believe there's nothing on there that says David Mann ever owned the bike other than him signing it. What George sent me this morning, which I didn't do a lot of research on it, that David Mann had a car, I think it looked like an old Nomad, that he had that was painted like that bike. So that's when he kind of took and made that. But it ended up being this Nomad. I think it was a Nomad. He had a lot of trouble with it, and it ended up that they got rid of it. And so that's all we know about that bike is it is supposed to be his signature on the bike.
That was the first AC/DC singer. Brian replaced him.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I thought. I could have swore. I didn't. I'm bad with people's names. Y'all know that. So I just thought he had passed away. So that does make more sense now.
Oh,
so pretty neat. But I mean, it's still neat to have a bike like that. And, if he comes back out on tour, maybe come to the Buffalo Chip. Anybody heard that? Today they announced that Leonard Skinner.
Another good band.
Who predicted that? Keeping you in touch. George Thorogood. We seem to find out that Rod keeps putting up bands that we kind of told him about. Not saying that he took any of our advice or anything like that. So I told him, George Strait. George Strait's on tour. Get over it. I've never seen George Strait. I'd love to see George Strait. He's back out on tour. He's actually out with Chris
Stapleton.
That's right. That would be two great concerts for country night. So I told her today we need to call Rod and put that bug in his ear. And maybe it'll be the now the other band we didn't know, the one that's whiskey, whatever it is.
Myers.
We don't know. We never heard of them. I love some music. It's okay, which is really good for us because I think George Thorogood's going to be the opening act, and whiskey, whatever the whiskey thing is, guys, they're going to be afterwards. We can go on back to the trailer. Be a short night for us. We can get back up for the bikini contest though, but whatever. But I mean, it's. I don't know. We'll have to talk to him how he heard about it, who recommended that band, because 90% of the people don't have any clue on them. What we've heard is that band was on Yellowstone. They've performed on there quite a few times, and that's how they've gotten popular. But we listen to top 40 country and all that kind of stuff, and we've never heard that on a radio. At least the radio stations we listen to. So, not saying they're bad or good, but I did listen to some of their songs because I thought, maybe it's sometimes you get that. You get one of those bands that like, I don't know who the hell they are, or you've heard the name and then you start listening to them like, holy crap, we know all their songs. Oh, Colin Ray the other day is playing in our town, Laughlin. And I'm like, maybe one song. Well, she went back and looked. And it was like 10 songs.
Yeah, there's a bunch. He said, I don't even think I had one of the CDs. And I said, yes, you did. We had to have.
We used to buy top 40 CDs, so I didn't always have the CD.
And I want Waylon on our wedding night. Waylon Jennings. I don't know what that says. I got to put my glasses. Waylon on our.
I don't think Waylon comes. Does Waylon even?
Santana.
Santana's out here right now in Vegas. I doubt if he'll get Santana there. See, a lot of these places, a lot of these artists will just not play at like an outside venue like that. They don't want to come to a biker event. I don't know. It's like Bob Seger. We were going to do it and we never did get around to it. We were all going to give you guys our personal, we found Bob Seger's home address. And we were going to have all of you send out postcards that to his house with his name on it.
Please come to the Buffalo Chip for Sturgis.
Yes, please contact Woody at this phone number. And so we could get Bob Seger. Wouldn't that be a great night to have Bob Seger at the Chip? That would be a great time too. I mean, I know we're got to get some country bands in there.
Not for Ted Nugent. I think it too.
It's possible, but he's already
down at Panama City, wasn't he? Wasn't Ted Nugent at Panama City?
Yeah. So it's you got to watch because he hasn't put any like really headbanging music, like that Godsmack and some of them other ones that people always ask for, which we're not fans of either one of those, but I mean, that's fine. But he hasn't really put any of those bands on yet. So he tries to do a variety of nights with different bands. So I don't know who he's going to have with Leonard Skinner now. And but we knew Leonard Skinner because of the fact that they were there last year and they said it on the video that, hey, we want to be back here next year to celebrate our 50th anniversary of the first CD record that they put out. Album out. It was 50 years ago, and it was actually the 13th. August 13th is when they put it out. So won't be playing exactly. It'll be a week early. But it'd be kind of neat, and
gotta wait just a few days.
We should be able to get Leonard Skinner because it seems like they're pretty good talking guys. So we probably get them on camera to talk to you guys and stuff, and maybe we'll get them on our live. We'll see how it all works out. We're gonna have lives every night. But the Buffalo Chip, what we're gonna do this year is up until the rally starts Friday. We'll be doing everything else. So once the rally starts on Friday, I got a coffee. We'll be on the Chip's property. So every morning we're gonna do a video telling you here's all the fun, exciting things that's going on at the Chip today. And we're going to spell it all out for you. Then we'll do our live during the day and show you whatever's going on. Hopefully, we'll have the Bikini Girls on there. You guys can get to chat with them and ask them all kinds of questions. And we'll have some other guests that are going to be coming up on there. Some of you guys that are there can come up on the YouTube channel too and say hi to everybody. Let them know what they're missing. We just had a subscriber who just met a while ago, and he's like, are you guys going to do it again next year? And we're going, we should. I don't think... If something happens to Rod, we shouldn't have any problem doing it again next year. And maybe we'll get bigger and bigger. Maybe we'll get that whole section will be ours. But we'll see how that works out this year in that section. We think we're figured out who's going to do our barbecue for us on Saturday. But we're going to end up having to soon. We're going to have to start getting a count of how many people are going to come down for our barbecue. What decided is I was going to cook everything, and I decided that's just way too much trouble to try to cook and talk to people. So we think we're going to go to JR's Barbecue, which is the best barbecue anywhere in South Dakota.
American City.
So we got to talk to Rod and see if they'll let them come in and cater it, or if they just have to drop the meat off and we bring it in. But we'll have all the sides probably ourselves. They bring some stuff, like potato salad, stuff like that, but they don't have fries or nothing like that. So they have chips and stuff. And we'll probably get that ourselves. But it's Marcus from Camp Easy Ride is going to sponsor that barbecue for us, he said. But what else we're going to do is he's going to have a big giveaway. We're going to give somebody, I think it's like 5 nights or 6. I got to see exactly what campground it's at first before we start talking about it. But he's going to give a tent camping to somebody at a rally coming up soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be Daytona.
I got to do your phone. Too many phones.
It's in the Outlook one.
Oh, he sent you an email?
Oh, no, maybe it wasn't Messenger.
He always sends on Messenger.
So okay. Then Vegas, then New York, and Philly month. But Bob Singer would be good too, yep. Friday night is not always, Saturday is always their big night. George was at JR's. JR's, if you don't know nothing about JR's, it's the exit right before Black Hills Harley coming from Sturgis. And the reason we love barbecue. So when we got there, the very first time we ate there probably 4 or 5 years ago, the way I know that was a good barbecue place when I pulled up is because the whole parking lot was filled with trucks of workers, highway workers, city workers, construction workers, all those were there. Once I seen that, that's when you know you have a good restaurant. When you know that the local people that work and they're taking their time to come out and eat someplace, that is always the best place to eat. And they've got the best barbecue.
Okay, so it's going to be in Daytona for Bike Week. It's going to be at the Crazy Horse, which is where he's going to be at, and it's a 5-day, 4-night stay.
There you go. So we're going to be giving that away soon. Not going to do it tonight or today, but it's just a heads up. If you're thinking about going to Daytona and you don't have a place to stay yet,
Hey, Rick.
we're going to be giving away a free stay. And there's no camping passes that be. So this is, if you get there and you're going to stay there at the Crazy Horse Campground, which is right on the corner of Tamaka Road and Speedway Drive. Great place to be because you're just down the road from Cackleberry and also what's the other place across the street?
Cabbage Patch.
No, yeah, Cackleberry and Cabbage Patch. Right down the street from that. Right down from the from the racetrack,
Speedway.
Daytona Speedway there, and you're right there at the highway to jump on it to go anywhere else you want to go. So it's actually a really good place to stay.
Down to the Harley Davidson dealership, and you're not really awful too far from Main Street. So
I never know. We might even show up there for a couple of nights. We'll see, because we know that guy. We did a video on it, so I'll put some stuff together, and probably next week we'll start talking about this giveaway. And because it is where he's at now is really nice. They've got bathrooms, showers, all that. But what's great about Camp Easy Ride, which some of you were talking about it, I think one of the lives we had the other day, they have a Mosos they give away in the morning. They got hot tubs. They bring their own Johnny on the spots he has out there for you, and they're locked. They're only for you guys, people that are staying in his camp compound. He has hot coffee every morning. Some mornings they have breakfast, all kinds of stuff. They really go. It's a class act, and he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm really glad he is where he's at, because the first year we met him, he was down at the Cabbage Patch and Cackleberry, and that's a crap hole if you're camping, especially if you're in a tent, because you have to use their bathrooms and their showers and all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna go take a peek in them this year and look how bad they are, and we'll show you guys.
We've heard horror stories.
Yes.
We don't know for sure. We've never been there, so
we'll
find out.
But if you're in a tent, you've got to rely on that, because down in Daytona there is no place to take a shower. I don't think yet, unless they lock you up in jail and you can go use the shower there in the men's room.
They hose you down for you. They'll give you a shower.
Free hosing, not the kind of hosing you want. So yeah. So where he's at now, and then I think during the fall rally, he was over at Cabbage Patch, which I don't think they even have any bathrooms or anything there, showers. They've got the odd house that they put up during the rally. So where he's at now, which we did go in the shower. We used the bathrooms at
Crazy
Horse. So they weren't too bad. There's not a lot of them, but I mean, you like me, always take your shower at night. That way you don't have to fight with the people in the morning. Everybody gets up in the morning and want to take a shower before they get out and go somewhere. So unless you're getting up at 5 or 6 in the morning, take a shower at night, then you can get up and you go.
So we're very entertaining as a work getting Patreon.
Well, Patreon, here's the story about Patreon. Patreon, what we do, which we need to do more stuff on Patreon. I'm sorry for those on Patreon that we don't do as much as we should do. Well, we want to do more on Patreon, but we just haven't got around to it. I put all of our
Topless Tuesday stuff, things like that, mainly on Patreon. Stuff that you can't put on.
We don't do as much personal stuff as we thought we were going to do.
Yes.
We were going to do like, hey, this is just what we're doing today. It's not going to be, you know.
But we did figure out how to do lives now, or not lives, but we could record on our phone and I can put it over there. So we put a couple on there. Like we showed Tam one day, she was cleaning the trailer and I was working on the building. But we have been putting a few things on there because we figured out how to do that now. But we got to make it longer and longer to see how long I can put them on, because that's really nice. I can just film it. We could do it, open up the phone. I just put the file in there and it's right there. So we might be doing more of that.
Well, on Shorts, we figured out how to do like special little clips. So
I haven't learned how to edit yet, but we've learned how to stop the camera and we can add things to it. So they'll get a little more exciting on our, because they're going to start paying money on those too. But what we're going to do, like here, they have a big intro that they do here at the mornings, and we've never seen this before. First time we've been here this early. They do they actually have the guy that actually sings at the Kentucky Derby, that sings that song My Kentucky or Home of Kentucky. Used to be Gomer Pyle used to do it, and this guy does it now. Well, he does it here. He also does it for a bunch of the races.
Indy 500, I thought.
They sing that song. What is that song? Somebody knows that song. That song that they sing at the Indianapolis 500.
I'm home. Or
maybe it's Home Indiana. Must be something to do with Indiana, the Indianapolis 500. But he also sings at NASCAR and World Series and all kinds of stuff. That guy was here. So, but it's the national anthem, and I don't know if we'll get gigged on it or not. Well, then they do a great big intro here for Mecum's auction starting. They say do it all the time. Never heard it. First time we hear that early. That's going to go on because it's copyrighted music. Patreon don't give a crap what I put on there. So we're going to put that up there too. So that'll be coming up next week to show you that. So if you're interested in seeing, so we're going to try to start getting more stuff on Patreon.
My Home Indiana.
That's it. My old buddy Gomer used to sing that. Shazam! Well, let's Gomer. My old buddy Gomer. Gomer Pyle. He was also on the Andy Griffith Show. He was, what's his name? Wally's brother.
Wally.
Yeah, wasn't that the guy that owned the gas station?
Goober and Gomer.
No, but Goober didn't own the station. It was that other guy. They always said, I think that guy was never on there. Anybody remembers that from Andy Griffin? The guy that actually owned the gas station? It wasn't Goober.
No, Goober worked there. Or did Gomer?
That was my Goober came out.
Goober and Gomer.
What a name. Whatever. So, pretty exciting. You can hear the auctioneer.
The Indy 500 racetrack, yeah. That's where it's at.
Yep. So pretty neat. So that guy opened it up today, and they started. We were here because we wanted to come in and see them do the road arc went through. Because if it come through for stupid prices, we're gonna try to talk to Carrie to see if he'll help me get the stuff instead of me paying $200. I'll give him $100 if he lets us bid on his. Let him bid while he's sitting there. And I'll give him the cash or a check or whatever he wants to pay for it, pay the fees and all that. Because I don't know, I don't want to pay $200 and it ends up being everything is way more than one. There's some really neat stuff here that we'd like to get. One, they got a gigantic, and I'm afraid it's going to be way more than I can afford. They got a giant Harley Davidson marquee, which I showed on the video, that would go the whole length of my inside of my garage. And kind of gave Steven a hint that he kept calling it a dealership that I was building, and he could have helped invest in that sign.
That's what he said. Are you guys going to bid on it? I was like,
we sent it to him so he could.
It went over his head.
Which is fine. So, but they have some other things. They have a soda machine. They have a jukebox that's broke. Nothing else. I could hook a hook stereo up to it and put the
speakers come out. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Still look good.
If it lights up.
Yeah. So we don't know. They got a pinball machine, but I think it's going to go for too much. $4,000 is. We did go to the pinball museum. We went there yesterday night, and it's free to get in. But it's 50 cents to $1 per game, and they give all the profits that they make. They give to charities. Actually, last night, which we didn't get back over there, Blue Man Group had a party in there, and he told us about it. But they wouldn't have been all blue. They'd have been like us. So he was like, "Blue Man." They said a couple of them really act stupid or funny, but it would have been neat. He said he'd let us in, but we got busy last night. He never made it back. Oh, we had a party to go to.
Industry party.
We'll show you that. Some great bikes that they had. So we're going to show you that the next day or two, maybe after we get home. Too many TVs today, I guess.
I don't know. You didn't have that many. You only had one on the way over here and one at lunch. 2 at lunch, 3 at lunch.
So pretty exciting. I got to go to the bathroom. I'm going to get something to drink. You want anything to drink?
Yeah, it's
while you entertain them?
No, I'm okay.
Tell him about what's going on.
Well, I don't know.
Tell him about going to Daytona.
So I guess we're leaving for Daytona in a couple weeks. He says as early as next week, but I don't think that's going to happen. Way over there in the corner. Oh, there's one right there? Oh, I didn't know that. I don't know where you're going to get a drink at then. Goober Pyle was George Lindsay, was born in Fairfield, Alabama. I like that town. And to George Ross Lindsay. How about that? I didn't know that. I mean, I knew who he was, but I didn't know. We used to, when we go through, I guess the first time we went through to go to Florida or come back, one of the two, we stayed in Fairfield. And I like that little town. It's a quaint little town, really cool. There's a big gold tree and it's got like one of those swings on it. It was a gigantic tree. So one of the videos, our very first videos, I'm sitting on that swinging and Bob filmed me. So anyway, that was in Fairfield, Alabama. I wonder how they're doing down there because I guess all those. Never heard from my cousin. My cousin that lives down in Galveston. I wrote her and asked her if they did okay through that tornado, and she never wrote me back. They might not have any service or anything down there. I don't know. They said some places got really bad. Let's get Jim Neighbors to sing at the chip. Oh, wait, never mind. I think he's died. Did he die not too long ago? I'm pretty sure Jim Neighbors died. George Lindsay was on Hee Haw too. Yeah, I remember that. I used to have to watch that every week. That was like one of my mom and dad's favorite shows, Hee Haw. And then if I was with my granny, I had to watch Lawrence Welk show on Sunday night. So yeah, one of those things. My dad was a cop, so I had to watch all like 1 Adam 12 and Dragnet and all that stuff. So I don't know. That was my childhood. I only got to watch what my dad wanted. Of course, my dad ran the TV. And now he runs the TV. So I don't really get to watch anything unless I just get on my little phone, go in a corner, and watch what I want. So who else going to Daytona? Because that's coming up pretty soon. So where, like I said, he thinks I took a picture of it. They're using my phone.
Yeah, I think it's coming up really soon.
Okay, he's gonna go film the
Yeah, I need
David
a battery.
Mann bike. What?
Give me a battery back. Maybe I'll take my key.
He's gonna go see the David Mann bike. It's supposed to be up, coming up real soon here. Nope, that's too far. T194.
Listen.
She lived in it. No, I didn't hear. Jim Neighbors retired to singing indie and James Thornton. 2017. Yeah, so I don't know who this guy is that's singing it, but they said that's where he sings that every year. I didn't catch his name. The guy that did the national anthem.
It's on the video.
Yeah, because they introduced him and everything. So.
All right, keep it going.
All right. I was going to ask those guys what number, like 194. You know what number they're on? You know what number they're on? No. Oh. Oh, okay. He said there's a TV down there, but that's not where I'm at, so I can't see it. We'll be in Daytona and win the Easy Camp Raffle. There you go, George. You can do that. So we'll have to get with Marcus and see what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, when we'll raffle it off. But have to be pretty soon, I guess, because I actually don't have a place to stay already to go down there. I'm trying to listen to what the next number is. $155. Oh, they still got 40 bikes to go. So he got up there in plenty of time. Oops, what did Rod say? Rod said, I am heading to Florida March 1st. We'll be down there then. So call us. We can meet up and do something. Daytona sounds like a lot of fun, but I am going to Upper Michigan to a snowmobile instead. Basically, to speed limits on, there are no speed limits on snowmobiles. Now, you got to be careful, though. Man, I remember when snowmobiling first took off, we lived up near Chicago. A lot of people got hurt on those things, but we never did do it, I don't think. Not that I remember. So, and he would surely not remember. So, anyway, we had some friends that had snowmobiles, but I don't think we ever went out with them. We had some four-wheelers that people we knew. Actually, the girl we went and had lunch with, I used to work with her. She had four-wheelers and she invited us out several times. And thought I broke my hip one time. We went over a hill and I lost it and fell off it. And really thought I broke my hip. Yes, he's gone. He's gonna go videotape the David Mann bike being sold. See how much it went for. So that's where he went. So he won't be back for a while because they were only on 154 and it's 194. So it's 40 bikes away. Rod says, sound good. Okay, we'll see you in Daytona then. Back in the 70s, guys would race from tavern to tavern on snowmobiles. I know they do that on motorcycles. They do that now. Are you from Chicago? No, we're originally from Southern Illinois, but in when did we? 79, 80. In 80, we moved to Peru, LaSalle, Illinois. It's right in between Rockford and Bloomington. Well, Rockford's north, Bloomington south. Right on the 80. That's where Bob had a Scully station, gas station. We lived up there until 83, and then we moved back to Southern Illinois. So we lived up there about, I don't know, we just say we're from Chicago because nobody knows where LaSalle, Peru is. So, or if you say Peru, they think you moved like to South America. David says, hello, Input Team Nation, and good day, Bob and Tam. Thanks, Tam and Bob. Bob went to go check on the David Mann bike that's getting close to coming up to sell it. They go pretty quick. I guess I watched about an hour worth of bikes. I was going to see how many they went through. That was only 20 in an hour. So yeah, he might be up there for a while, I guess. Yes, on the snowmobile. Sometimes they would hit trees and just leave the sled in the woods. I know. It's almost kind of like skiing, you know. A lot of people got killed skiing. Sonny Bono, and I always thought John Denver did, but somebody else said John Denver was in an airplane crash. I don't know why I always thought he was at a ski. I guess it was the Kennedys. One of the Kennedys, right after Sonny Bono, or one of the Kennedys got killed hitting a tree skiing, and then they both about the same time got killed skiing, running into a tree. Were you familiar with the dudes, walkers? I can't see these. Dale Welkers, Harley Davidson dealership in Southern Illinois. Dale Welkers. No. He moved to North Carolina, established wheels through. We have heard of them, but I don't remember the dealership. The only dealership I remember was called Freeze's. It used to be in East St. Louis, and then it moved up to Belleville. And then from Belleville, now it's out in Fairview Heights, but I think it's called Green Mountain Harley Davidson dealership now. I think the Freezes sold out to somebody else. But yeah, that dealership had been around a long time. Sonny Bono and Kidneys were murdered with a baseball bat on the street. I don't think so. I think they ran into a tree. So anyway, so nobody else said if they were going to go to Daytona. George said he might if he wins the Easy Rider package, so that would be cool. So, and then I guess from Daytona, we'll just be in the area. We want to go up to North Carolina. There's a bunch of different vendors. I think Adam Amsol's up there. We'd like to go by and see his place. Rick Rack, they have a place in North Carolina. Rusty Wallace, he has a place in North Carolina, and I think they're all not too far apart. So we thought, but it's going to be the middle end of March. So I don't know what the weather's like in North Carolina during that time. And we were just thinking about riding the bike up and visiting a few of those places and filming some of that stuff. So it's kind of all up in the air. And we're also going to see my friend, and we'll do that. And then we'll go to Leesburg. Then after Leesburg, very possibly we're going to go to Panama City. And then we'll be in Panama City there just for a few days. We're probably not going to stay there a lot. Sunny and a tree mat, yeah. That's what he gets for breaking up with Cher. On your way? I guess we're getting that. They're shipping bikes out. I guess as soon as you buy them, boy, as long as they're paid, they ship them out. So, because I think Terry said he got his right away. Less than a couple weeks, I think. Because Terry's actually coming in today. I don't know when he's landing, but he said he'd let me know when he got here. Sonny Bono was calling for investigating arms running through in front of a toy factory. He was a congressman who meant well. Yeah, he was it Palm Springs? He was mayor of Palm Springs, something like that? Or was it up north? Up in Ventura, Brentwood or something? I don't know. He was mayor of something out there in California. I want to say Palm Springs. Planning on going, but unfortunately, my wife's having a hard day. Oh, I'm sorry. On the first, she's going to be fine, but not ready for Daytona. Well, our prayers are with her. Sorry about that, New England biker. Yeah, you never know. That's what I always tell him. We just got to count your blessings every day because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. What tomorrow has in store, they say. Wheelchair time is in Maggie Valley near called Tail of the Dragon. And all right, whatever that word is. So, I guess we won't be too far from Tail of the Dragon, but it'll probably still be too cold to ride the motorcycle down the Tail of the Dragon, huh? I kind of wanted to do that too. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we wanted to ride through Maggie Valley too. We've heard lots of great stories about that area. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see if the weather cooperates with us and where we'll be able to put the trailer. So we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I guess he's coming back. Hey, you had like 40 bikes to go, didn't you?
Yeah. I talked to one of the kids in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I said
they're not too far away from the propeller bike being sold.
Oh, how about that? Ryder X says, if you go to North Carolina, let me know. I will ride down and meet you. Okay, there you go. Are you going to Daytona Ryder X this year? I didn't hear if he was going or not.
Yeah, he drove his truck last year because he didn't have his bike being worked on.
No, that was Myrtle Beach.
Oh, it's Myrtle Beach?
He had his bike in Daytona. That's the first time we met him. They were staying up in St. Augustine's, remember? He had to ride in all that rain. Hopefully, it won't rain this year.
That's what he talked to Mike about. He said Sonny owned a restaurant and the food inspector harassed his restaurant and he ran from the mayor, then fired that food inspector. The inspector told him to write his politicians. So was you talking about a restaurant somewhere?
Well, no, we were talking about Sonny Bono. We were talking about snowmobiles and stuff. And I said,
it was a skiing accident. He ran into a tree.
Yeah.
Look out for that tree.
That was George of the Jungle. George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. All the best for your wife. Yeah. New England biker said that he wouldn't be able to come. His wife just had, I guess, not a heart attack, heart failure. And so, but he said she's going to be fine, but she's not going to be up for Daytona this year. So, so our prayers are
start
with
thinking
her.
about Sturgis then.
Yeah. Get her all healed up for Sturgis. That'd be cool.
It's like a homemade bike there.
Yeah. Rex says, don't think we're going to go to Daytona this year. Okay.
How come?
He's been busy doing all kinds
Maybe you
of
can
other
enter
stuff.
the contest that we're giving away the free Camp Easy ride.
George already said he was going to win.
Did he?
Yeah. If he wins that, he said he'll come down to Daytona.
All right. Well, to give you what we're going to try to do is I told Markham that we would maybe check into the electronic thing that spins, the roulette wheel.
Does that cost money too?
No, I think it's free. And,
so you have to do it on a live.
Yeah, you have to do it on live, and everybody that would comment would be in the drawing. Okay. And then it spins, and it says who the winner is. I'm going to talk to. We need to call the lady from Mecum and see if we can get a couple free T-shirts. We can throw this into and throw them away. Give them out. Give them away. We're selling them here.
I know.
Oh,
I like that one. There was one at the place we were at last night. It's called Motorcycle. I don't know. Wherever we were last night, they had some cute shirts. And I thought, I'd like to get one of them, but I never did even look at the price. But they had some really good. They made these chicken legs. I don't know what they rubbed them in, but man, they were really good.
Here's my phone.
Right there.
So they had a saying that I'm thinking about putting on a T-shirt. And let's see, where's it at? Gallery. Camera. I took the picture. There it is. What it says is if you want more inches, stroke it. And it's a picture of a piston. And I thought that'd be kind of neat to put on some of our T-shirts we have.
I don't understand the inches part. I mean, I know but I mean,
inches are for down
I
here.
know that, but I mean, when you're driving, what does that mean, inches?
Stroke. You're extending the stroke on the piston to get you more horsepower.
Oh, all right.
Bigger.
That part I didn't get. I got the dirty part. I didn't get the other part.
They had another one. I thought I took a picture. Maybe I did it with the video. They had another.
Very crap things. I know. That's why I said none of us are getting any younger. You know. That's why I always tell him. Crazy
I had
stuff.
a girl modeling, but I only got a couple pictures of her.
She should be here. Her name's Robin.
Yeah, she's at the radio station. It's a close up of it. Too bad. We're gonna stick it in the video.
You should make it one of your thumbnails. Mecum Auction.
But I don't really have. Oh, the Mecum Auction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have. There's the name of the garage. Main Street Moto.
Oh yeah. That's where the party was last night. Really cool. They say if you've got a vintage bike and you can't, nobody wants to touch it, nobody will work on it.
We did some videos.
Nope.
Oops, get the picture turned on me. Come on. Stupid phone. You have to wait and see it. This bike I took pictures of. There's a whole bunch of. It was put in a whole bunch of magazines with girls, of course, on them.
Horse versus growers. I don't get that either.
Right.
How many showers versus growers? I don't know, Ryder X. It's over my head. Blonde, you know.
What did he write?
How many showers versus growers? See, he don't get it either. I have made a big black Chevy board and stroke to 4.5.
There you go. He added inches.
Yep, cubic inches. Oh, 572 cubic inches now. There you go.
Make it
Mike's
grow.
got a big one. Oh, there's Patsy. He and Mike can get matching t-shirts. There you go. There's Skippy Jones. How you doing? I need no spray now. I can't breathe. Showers, you need stronger reading glasses. I said showers. Showers versus growers. I don't know. I don't get that. Showers versus growers. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So see, it ain't just
He's got a weird sense of humor. He probably said it wrong.
read the word as showers. Oh, showers are growers. That makes a little more sense. Oh my gosh, I need to blow my nose. Doing good. Hope we're doing well. We are. We're in Vegas. It's really nice out. I don't know what the temperature is,
In the
but
50s.
it's 55.
55. I can't do 55. Isn't that a
I
song?
can't drive 55. Who sings it?
Guy in Cabo.
Sammy Hagar
There you go. How did I know?
versus Roe. Yep. We used to do that all the time. A song would come
There's
on.
a shirt that a bunch of people. I've seen that. The guy's wearing a shirt that says I don't snore. I drive a Harley.
Yeah. I'm Dream. I'm a Harley.
Yeah. So I've seen that before. That's kind of old.
I don't know how those guys do it. That one guy did it. I don't know how long he did it this morning. It was auctioning, and they don't take a breath, and they don't drink anything.
Well, the original
It's
guy
just
doing
one
it
right
wasn't. I don't think he was the main auctioneer, and he messed up. And so he passed it off to the other guy, and everybody applauded. He's probably the guy that's had like 30 years with it here. We haven't got any interviews with any of the
There you
guys
go,
here
Mike.
yet. Little door guy wants us to put him on camera
Yeah.
every time we come in. Those are professional people.
30 here and snowing. Oh, that's no
Heck
good.
to be you.
Yeah. Well, we can see snow right over here on the mountains,
Yeah.
Mount Charleston.
Yeah.
Lots of mountains. We just got 28 inches of fresh powder last couple days. I don't know. I used to go with my grandpa to auctions and stuff. I don't know. I never did get it then. We just went around and looked at the junk. Do you know the difference between a Harley and a Hoover?
A Hummer?
Oh, no, a Hoover, like a Hoover vacuum cleaner. One sucks and the other doesn't. I knew I heard that before. So, I don't even know, almost an hour.
Holy Jennifer Jupiter's Batman.
With all our technical difficulties and everything.
Yeah.
We're sitting over here in a corner.
This is actually where we're at, is where the bikes come in and the bikes leave from.
Yeah.
So they'll be putting bikes out here. The U-Haul Name of that company? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
188 All Bikes. They've got a special deal here that they'll all your bike. You buy one, they'll ship it back to you. Kind of gives you prices depending on where you're at. What?
He said it's what's the difference between a Harley and a Hoover? It's the position of the dirt bag. I knew I'd heard that before. The other one I like too. One sucks and one doesn't. Nice seeing you guys. Nice hearing from you too, Skippy. So he's up in upstate New York, I guess they call that, right?
We got an offer to free campground to stay in if we ever go to Americade.
Yeah.
People selling the ACDC bike owns a campground up there. We'll be talking about soon. They sent us a link. Yeah, didn't see the link, but
I got it. They sent it on the Patine phone.
they own 2 campgrounds. He said, "Come on up, we can give you a free week." So maybe someday we'll do Americade.
Is that? I know those are. There's like a whole bunch of things all together.
That's when Ciro goes up to Americade. I think that's about the only one of our vendors that go up there. I don't think it's a very big rally. He said there's only like 10 or 20,000 bikes show up for it. I think more like kind of like what Laughlin used to be.
No, I don't know. Laughlin was pretty big. We had a lot of big vendors come out for Laughlin.
I mean, in the heyday, they only had about 30,000 bikes show up.
I know. Is there a? There is Bunka Bike.
Bunka Bike. Yes, you can get on. They have a website. You can also go on their Facebook page if you're traveling. I see a lot of good things about it. A lot of people have. Some of them do have camping spots, but a couple of them that I've looked at, they won't fit our trailer. Most of them are like a 20-foot trailer or smaller, pulling in their yard or whatever. We're about 30 foot. We're 28 foot, but by the time you get the hitch on, we always say it's 30 foot. So a lot of times we run into problems running into some of those. I don't look at them very often, but we were trying to find Panama City because we didn't know if we were going to go there. But the promoter said he would find us a place to put our RV. So we'll be going to Panama City, probably dragging the old RV over there.
George, you should know where Americade is. It's in George Lake or Lake George, New York. That's what they said. That's where their campground is. They said it's right there. So I don't know if he's being funny or if he really didn't know where it was at. So I guess it's in upstate New York there somewhere. I'm assuming.
They said it was upstate.
He said it was.
Just less than 20 minutes, like 20 miles, 20 minutes from where Americade is. I don't know if that's your phone. Where's Americade Rally at?
He said it was in Lake George. No, after here, we're going to go back home. Hopefully he gives me a week or so to get the camper ready. It's all cleaned up. It just needs to be packed. And so anytime between next week and the next week or two, we're going to leave to go to Daytona. We don't have a definite date.
It's over Labor Day weekend, May 31st to the 4th.
Did he say when is it or where is it?
Yeah,
he said where is it?
They're going to have their 40th year this year.
How about that? I camp free at the Farmers Fields and Barnyards. There you go. There's a website for people with RVs, and the RV website will not host bikers. Huh, that's weird. I wonder why that is.
But
I guess on that thing he told us about, it said it won't host bikers with RVs.
where?
That biker bunk or whatever. He said they have an RV website too.
Oh, do they? Didn't know that.
But it said it won't host.
Oh, yeah, most of them will not do it during bike weeks. Yes, I did see that. There's a place in Sturgis you can stay, and they say they don't do it during bike week.
Wow, that's unreal, because from out here on the West Coast, they say.
Must be in Vermont.
Americade?
Yeah, it says right here. It's in whatever that is. Adirondack Park and the Green Mountains of VT, which is Vermont. Well, that's kind of close together.
Yes. That's where St. or Lake George. What was I gonna say? Yeah, because out here our weather says the whole northern East Coast is snowed in up to their eyeballs. And then Bowling Alley Bob, he had texted the other day, and I asked him, I said, how bad is it up there? He says, it's missed us. He said, we've only gotten an inch or two. So, and then New England
I guess it's around Lake George. The village of Lake George offers paid parking.
Must be right on the border of Vermont and New York.
Lake George, where is that at?
New York.
Yeah.
So anyway, they I would say no. Yeah. So I guess you didn't get very much either. Being in Connecticut, I would have thought you would have had a ton of snow. Lake George, yeah. Skippy knows. He lives up that way.
It's in New
Bikers.
York. Oh, there's Vermont's right there too. So Vermont, New Hampshire, it's all around that. There's a border right there. It's like a little line right there. I can't see it very well, but all right in that general area. I don't know if we'll ever go. Maybe these people said, hey, if you want to come up, first they said a couple days. Said, hey, we'll give you a whole week.
Maybe the longer we talk to them, the longer we can stay.
Or said we do a video and stuff for them because they had the ACDC bike and stuff and talked to them. And they came up to me and said, are you Mecum Media? And I'm like, no, we're a YouTube channel. We're covering the rally. Or keep calling them the rally.
Covering the events.
And I said, well, you want to talk about your bike? And they did. So tonight or tomorrow morning, probably tomorrow morning, the video will come out of a few highlighted bikes that are going to be sold today.
Oh, you're going to go back up there
I probably
again?
should go look. Phone. Goodness.
All right. So he's going to go.
Back.
I'll be back.
I don't know if Rat Pink's still on. He's the one that likes you to do that. So what does that say? Not to be missed. All right. Well, yeah, Rod, if we go up there, we'll have to do that. We'll call you up and we can ride around the lake together. I didn't really realize Lake Placid was up there either. They will not host bikers because they don't have an RV, and RVs with bikes would not be a problem. Oh, well, that's good. North of Albany. Okay. He found it. Lake George, New York. That's right. Here in southern Michigan, just went from brown grass to 5 inches of snow, wet, heavy snow, right at 31. Ugh, that's the worst, especially if you're out there trying to shovel it. You want the light, flaky stuff. When it's wet, that stuff is like sand. George, New York. George Hursley, George, New York. Okay, so now you know, George. That's why I said you should know where it's at because it's got your name in it. So there's this girl must have bought her bike. She was wanted. I'll turn the camera around. You can see her bike that she must have just bought. So I guess she just bought that bike for herself. I was trying to hear the story, but I don't know exactly what she said. More background on the ACDC and David Mann bike would be cool. Yeah, he got some more information on it. He's going to put it up on a video. He thinks he's going to do it tonight, but we're supposed to meet up with some people for dinner tonight. And I know the way he talks, he is not going to get a video done tonight. Laconia is about 3 hours from there. Okay. That's not too far away. We were up in Laconia. We actually did go over to Vermont to see that Wilkins dealership. We did a video on that. That dealership is really great. And that's the only Harley Davidson dealership in the state of Vermont. How about that? Just north of us, New England Biker said, that's cool. Lake George. And Skippy says, I have to go. Love you guys. Take care. Love you too, Skippy. Take care. We'll see ya around on the road, on the internet, I guess. There's people all want to go get lunch, they say. They're sitting right here by the open door. I'll show you how nice the weather is if you can see it outside. Oh, there's a train right there. Hey, I got to stand up. There's all the U-Haul or Haul bikes. 1-800 Bikes. Here comes some more. Bikes that have been bidded on and sold, and then they put them down these aisles here. And then when they come to pick them up or they decide how they're going to get shipped or picked up, then they come back here and that's where they pick them up. Sorry, I was probably had the camera at the ceiling there for a minute. I'll go back here in my little corner with my cardboard table. Oops. What did Mike say? Dick Man looks like a Honda XR50. My Yamaha was 3 times that faster than Honda. So you could bore and choke them 116 cc's with a Oro kit. All right, I believe you. There was one of those little Cushman bikes. It was really cheap. Where's that? Let me try to find it here. Where did that go? Oh, you know what? I think I did it. I wrote it in the book, but I couldn't believe what it went for. It was really cheap. Yeah, here's Thursday. Oops. Gotta find my spot where I was at. They give you these little books. It's got all the information of the bikes. Well, just tells you the year and what they are. So yeah, a 1959 Cushman Road King tubular scooter, $2,000. I thought that was a pretty good deal. This one. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. And then there was a couple of, if you know what VELOCETTE Vogue went for $16,000. $1,000. And then the one that Sturgis had in the museum in the box, that went for $9,000. Never been ridden. Something else went. Where were those ones that were? There was a '78 Triumph. I thought that one looked really nice. Went for $3,500. '62 Francis Barrett Fulmer. That went for $3,000. That wasn't bad either. Because some of them they look really nice up on the stage, but if you don't get to see them up close and personal, sometimes you never know. I guess the other ones I saw they had sidecars on them. There was a 1979 Harley Davidson FLH with a sidecar, went for $12,500, and then a 1951 Harley Davidson sidecar for $26,000. But they both looked really nice. It looked like they were in really good condition. So what does Rod say? McDermott's Harley Davidson near Lake George is the best Harley Davidson I've ever been to and had work done there. Amazing customer service. So that's always good to know. So if any of you guys live up in that area, I'm sure you probably already know the dealership. But that's good. So what time is it, Rod, over there in Ireland? He's over in Ireland drinking Guinness beer. And I'm in Las Vegas drinking water. So, I don't know. What else can we talk about? I don't know what one they're on now. They should be coming pretty close to it. Trying to hear what the bid was at. I can't understand it. He's an auctioneer. There's probably a Lake George in every state. Oh, I know the most popular city name in every single state is Springfield. That's why the Simpsons are always in Springfield, because you never know what state they're in, and they can do different things from each state, because I think all but 2 states have a Springfield in them. Springfield's actually the capital of Illinois, if you didn't know that. So when they said Springfield, of course, we always thought Springfield, Illinois. That show's been on forever. It's been on like 25 years, The Simpsons. That's crazy. For a cartoon, need to put good old Bugs Bunny back on. Oh, something went off reserve, whatever that was. 12,000 is the going rate for similar sidecar rigs. Sold one last month. It was a 96. All right. Yeah, so I guess those wouldn't go for too bad. I live close at least 3 mud lakes. I know. We live close to Lake Havasu, Lake Mojave, Lake Mead, but no Lake George. I think there's the Martin Luther King Boulevard in every major city there is. Yes, I would say yes to that. It's 10 p.m. Last call's at 11:30. You can order as many as you want on last call and stay and drink within reason. There you go. That's kind of early for a bar to close. In Illinois, the bars had to close if it was one or two. I don't remember. Because we used to play in the bars when we used to DJ. It is 10 p.m. last night. Oh, I think, did I just say that? I guess I did. No, it must have went off again after I already clicked on it. So I'm out of stuff to talk about. You guys want to see some bikes, but I can't leave all this junk here. I don't know what to do. So I guess today's Thursday. So there's 2 more days of the auction, Friday and Saturday. I don't know. It looked like they were televising it today because the big boom camera was out. So I don't know if they're actually televising it today too, or if it's just going to be Friday and Saturday they're going to televise. I don't know. If anybody's on TV, you can let us know if they're actually on. I guess they're on Motor Trend. Is that what I think they said they're on? TV stations. So, I don't know. I know what everybody else is doing. I guess what time is it out here? It's a little after 2. They won't put you out till about 1 or 2. Well, that's good. They just won't sell you any more alcohol. They want to make sure you sober up a little maybe before you get home. Bars have to stop serving alcohol before 2 a.m. in Michigan and 3 a.m. in Indiana. Yeah, they always set the clocks a half an hour ahead too in Illinois, all the bars we played at, because they wanted to make sure that people got out because cops would sit right around the corner. And if you didn't have everybody out, the doors locked by whatever closing time was supposed to be, you were in trouble. They would close you down, take your liquor license. So that was always fun, trying to get those people out. One night we were in this bar and somebody set off it was kind of like a pepper spray, but a gas thing, almost like tear gas. That's what it was. A tear gas thing. Oh my gosh. Everybody was just like, it was a mess. And it was right around closing time. Of course, everybody at the place was drunk. It was packed. That was a nightmare. And then the cops got called out. I don't know who had a tear gas canister, and opened it up. But it wasn't the brightest person in the room, I don't think. Our time is usually 15 to 20 minutes ahead. Yeah. They would always call last call. It would actually be an hour before the bar closed. And then once it hit like 1 o'clock, it was really 12:30. And they would start trying to get people out, because trying to get people out of a bar once they've been drinking, not a good thing. Hey there. Chrissy's in the house. Morgan, how about that? How are you? If you don't know where we're at, we're in Las Vegas at the Mecum Auction. It started on Tuesday and it's going through Saturday. So tomorrow we should be here in the morning, I think. It's Saturday that we're going to be at the dealership. We got to be here early in the morning because we're going to try to bid on some of the road art stuff. And we're going to go over to the dealership. Red Rock is having their big debut of all their bikes. And then after we get done with that, then we're coming back here to wrap things up here. So Saturday is going to be our crazy day. And then Sunday, I guess we head home. Some says he got his cryophone. Zero. Phone mount, sorry. Yep, and mounted on the new bars, Compare and Exchange. Thanks again for doing the raffle last year. You're welcome. I'm glad you got them put on. Did they come to your house during their winter tour, whatever they do? Because we were trying to help them out with that. They had a few places to go. Rain and cold. It's cool here. I wouldn't say it's cold. Probably nice and warm in the sun. And it's about 55 here in Vegas. Has Bob broke down and bought a bike yet? Over my dead body. No, we just don't really have any extra money right now because all the money we're dumping into the shop costs a lot more than we thought. Everything is like double what it's been in the last couple of years. The wiring, the drywall, the lumber, everything. It's just costs a lot more than we were anticipating. So, yeah, no extra toys right now. We'll have to wait and see how things go. Maybe next year. He wants to try to look at some of the road art to see maybe buy a little something to go inside the garage. But I mean, if some of that stuff goes crazy, there was 3 mirrors this morning. It went for like, I think was it 6,000? Well, let me see what it was. Crazy. Little 8x10 mirrors. It looks like we used to have one back in the day. It was like a Jack Daniels one where the paint kind of finally peels off and all that stuff. And it went for crazy money. I'm like, there's no way I would pay that. 3 mirrors, $800 for 3 Harley Davidson mirrors. There were 3 different mirrors. And so I went up and looked at them up close here after a while. I wouldn't have given 50 for all 3, but I don't know. People are crazy. There were some clocks, because the clock in the living room doesn't work, but they went for crazy money too. $1,200 stuff. It's like, I don't know. Our blood isn't that rich. Yes, they stopped at my house when they were going through the Midwest. There you go. That's pretty cool. I'm glad you got new bars. Bob's supposed to be getting new bars from All About Customs. He won that silent auction at the Bike Builders Breakfast in Sturgis. And I guess we're going to stop by Louisiana on our way to Daytona. And they're going to fix him up with some new bars and put all his stuff back on his bars. We need to replace the grips because the heated grips broke. So got to try to find those because we'd like to have him put those on while they redo the bars because he just wants his bars raised up a little bit. He doesn't want no ape hangers, but something a little more level with his shoulders because we don't ride as much as we used to, and now when he rides, it hurts his shoulder. So anyway, we'll have to see how that goes. See, I don't know how those auctioneers do it. I'm just talking a little bit and my throat's dry. See if you're looking at the bikes. I never bring the wife. Beg forgiveness later. It's worked for 45 years. I don't know. We usually tell each other if we're going to buy a big purchase item, big money item, we let each other know. We usually get whatever we want, but like I said, right now we both know we're kind of strapped for money, putting all the money in the garage or the shop, so he's usually more tight with the money than I am, so yeah. Not this year. Last year was just fun just to come and see the bikes. That's probably the biggest thrill right now is just to see all these different bikes. There's another bike there heading out, I guess. I don't know where he's going with it. I guess they just bought it, this couple here. Guess they had to make that's sure who they were. If they really bought that bike, they weren't going to let them out. We got a whole bunch of people sitting back here, so I guess you just can't grab it. Like I could go over there and grab that bike and try to walk out with it, but I guess if I don't have the right paperwork, you're not going to get out with it. I don't know. Got to have all the right paperwork to get out. She's got to sign her life away. Hey, there's Mexi Philly. Bob looks like an ape hanger kind of guy. No, he hasn't had that in a while. Or I guess he's never had any. I don't know. The great big ones, I don't know. But see, when I ride in the car, that little bar they have up there for you to hold on, see, I think that makes my shoulder feel better. So I can kind of see where the ape hangers would make your arms feel better. I don't know. On long rides, I guess. I think it would be kind of hard to turn, but I don't know. I think it would help mine. I sleep all night with my arms up in the air anyway, so I would probably do okay with ape hangers. I don't know if he would so much. What number they're on again? $31,000. That might have been the David Mann bike. I just heard $31,000. 32. Reserves off. So is that the one that what was it? 194. 194. $31,000. Bet you that was it. Chopper. Yeah, see on here it doesn't really say. Well, it's 134. Yeah, custom chopper. It was a 1950 Harley Davidson custom chopper. That was David Mann bike. If that was it, I went for. If that wasn't it, some bike just went for $31,000. So how about that? Damn, aren't the prices not in the book estimated what things will go for? There's a few on the little tags that they have on the bike. Because, like, I think this one here, I took a picture of it. It said estimated $30,000 to $50,000 for the David Mann bike. Let me see. Let me take this off. So this is the little tag that's on it. So it kind of does give you an estimate there. And then some of the bikes have a reserve. Did that one have a reserve? Yeah, see, that one had a reserve too. So they'll bid so much. And then if they think if they're getting close to the reserve or the person's there, they'll say, take the reserve off. So then these people know that they can get it for cheaper, I guess, than whatever the reserve is. It doesn't tell you what the reserve is. I don't know if you're a bidder, if it tells you, if it'll tell you then what the reserve is, if you're actually a bidder. Yes, turning can be difficult with ape hangers. Yeah, I bet. Well, when I first got my bike, I wanted different handlebars, and never did get them. But on my Sportster, and they had that. It's like a bicycle bar, and I said that's really cool. I said that's what I want, and the guy's like, no, you don't. And I said why? And he's like, try to turn. Because your handle, your arms are like way out here. So when you try to turn, you have to let go of this hand because it's way out there. You can't even hold on to it while you turn. So I was like, all right. So I never did get any new bars. Never buy anything you can't afford. That's for sure. And a lot of people don't live by that. That's why a lot of people get in trouble. David Mann bike just went over the estimated then. Oh, is it on now? Trying to hear the prices. $6,500 or $65,000. $67,000. Maybe that's a David Mann bike. $67,000. Crazy. $65,000 so far. So see, I don't know. Well, that one's custom. I don't know. I don't know what bike's what on here. It's hard to say. I guess I could look at my little book. I must have bought several bikes. Thursday. T9. What was it? 941? 149. Flex it. Hello, it doesn't have it in here. I think it was 94. I'm pretty sure it was. Whoops. I lost my spot. See, 194. See, that's not the same picture, though. I don't know. The picture that it shows in here is not the David Mann bike for the T194, but that's what it says. But the guy that built that chopper, the David Mann bike, was Denny FASIG, Basic. So that's who the bike builder was. I'm out of debt now, and I've been contemplating getting a new bike. Just don't want that. Just don't want that. I'd rather spend the cash and have the cash outright. Feels good to be debt free. I know. Good for you guys. Yeah, We were kind of close to that, and then yeah, not so much anymore. I thought it went for 31, mistaken. Something just went for 65,000. So I don't know. Because here it says it was estimated between 30 and 50,000. So I don't know if it was the bike before or the bike after. Something else just went, because the bikes that were around it weren't that great. Yeah, so it was the 1950 one. I don't know. We'll have to wait till Bob gets back to know for sure what it went for, because like I said, all the bikes around it, I don't think would go for that high of a price. Because the one before it went for 31, and then the one that I heard just a few minutes ago went for 65,000. So somebody's ringing a bell. When will you be, Bob? Bobby in Daytona? Soon. Probably within the next 3 weeks, we'll be there. When do you guys get there? Yeah, back in town. Yep. I guess they're back from over there in the. Yeah, these guys bought a ton of bikes. That's like the 8th bike I've seen them people take out. So they must have came with some money. I don't know. So yeah, it looks like Eli's back in the States. I think he got back. It's been a while, hasn't it, Eli? You've been back a couple of weeks at least, haven't you? Seems like. I know this guy looks really familiar. I don't know who he is. Somebody blew their horn. I don't know what that means. No, they didn't do that earlier. There's another bike these people bought. Goodness gracious. I bet you they bought 10 bikes. How many bikes did you guys end up buying? 6?
Okay, now I need to fit all 10 of these in that trailer. You got this, yes? Which one was that?
6. They bought 6 bikes, so I don't know. All different kinds of bikes. So I don't know. Guess they came on a mission. They knew what they wanted. Anybody else on there? I would have thought Bob would have been back by now if those would have been the David Mann bikes. I don't know. So Rat Fink went, or not Rat Fink, Mexi Philly, Eli, when did you get back in town? Or back to the States, I guess I should say. Yeah, they've got some businesses down there in the Philippines too, so hopefully that's making them some money. And Maria's supposed to help me with my portfolio, stock portfolio. I never have gotten to talk to her about that yet. I need to build back up my 401k because it's dwindled down to almost nothing. So lots of stuff going on down here.
I'll see you, buddy.
I don't know who that is. Must be somebody. I don't know who all these people are. We see all these people, meet all these people, and it's like all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my gosh, you met them?" It's like, yeah, I don't know who it is. Just walking a bike by, and the chain looks like it's going up and down instead of around. So I don't know. Boy, Jake, I don't know. Bunch of bikes are bringing back, so I guess they've been selling quite a few. Hey, there's Droop. How you doing, Droop? I know we haven't gotten to see you guys very much on Monday nights. Droop has live, him in Dallas. I think Dallas is on most nights with him on Monday night. And they do their lives. So go check out Droop. I don't know, this guy looks familiar. I don't know why. Maybe just because he's got this little goatee thing. So, everybody's coming in the back door. Oh, I guess they bought a bike too. They want to know where to get their bike. They're looking at me like I know what I'm doing. Don't look at me. I have no idea. I can't help you. So yeah, they're lining up some people. These are the guys that just walked in and they're looking to find their bike. People are trying to get their bikes out, so they can load them up. They must have a different auctioneer. He's not going near as fast as the other guy was. So, I don't know. Trying to find where Bob went. I can't leave because I got all the junk here and I can't carry the camera and all this junk too. I don't know where he went or what he's doing. So, Droop, where's your next adventure taking you guys? Nobody's answering. And Droop's there kind of in the Midwest. I don't know if they have anything coming up. Did you guys go to the drag specialty thing they had? I don't think that was too awful far from you guys. I think it was in Kentucky. You went to that or not? Here comes a little mini bike for all those that used to ride mini bikes when we were young. I was gonna say that one's already leaving and it's 195. That David Mann bike was 194, but that was Wednesday. Today's Thursday. So there it goes. There's a little Honda. Biker. Bob bought one and he's afraid to face you. No, he doesn't even have a bidder's card. Not unless he ran into Terry. If Terry's here, he might tell Terry to bid for him, but he bought that $65,000 bike, whatever that one was. No, I can't see the number that they went for. And these people must have bought a couple different bikes too. Got a Yamaha and a Triumph they bought. Oh, that's that little Triumph I liked. That one didn't go for very much either. It went for like $4,000. It was a 78 Triumph. This little guy's all excited about his bike. He's not gonna leave it side. He's like right on top of it. He's got one screws on. He was sitting on it a while ago. He had a grin from ear to ear. Like, give me my bike, give me my bike, give me my bike. See, these people bought those two bikes. Yeah, boy, they won't let you out of here unless you got all the right paperwork. I'll tell you what. All right, George, we'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Drew, left out. Bob wasn't allowed to get a bidder's card. My wife wouldn't let me have one either. Well, it costs like $250 just to get the stupid card. And then if you don't buy nothing, you're out $250. Hey, Tim, Dave, Bating. Hey, Dave Hamilton, how are you doing? I know, I don't know where he went. I would have thought those bikes that went for such a high price, he would have been back by now. I'm sure that had to be the David Mann bike, but maybe it wasn't. Can't hear what the prices are right now, what they're going for. So, Droop, did you get to go to the drag specialty? I don't know what it was, an industry party or whatever they had. I guess they had like an open house. We knew a lot of people that went up there. Like I said, I think it was in Kentucky, so I don't think that's too far from you guys. That just means you have to buy something to make it worth it. I guess so. Or maybe that wasn't that Triumph. Didn't have Triumph on the side. It looked like it. This poor guy over here, it looks like he can hardly stand up. So I'm afraid if he gets the bike out and starts it up, he's gonna fall over. No. Lots of action going on down here too. Let's just turn the camera on and let you guys watch all that. It says Thursday, 78. We started off way over in that other corner where we'd be able to see the bids and all that kind of stuff, but we didn't have very good reception, so we had to move up here to this point. Yamaha Special. The key wasn't in it? Oh, I know. Oh, no. Yeah, that's not good. Was it 65,000?
For what?
The David Mann
No,
bike?
it hasn't gone up yet.
Are
But
you
just
kidding?
to show you what crazy things are, there was a bicycle here. If you guys seen it on my other video, the first one we put up, a bicycle that had a propeller on the back. It was a 2-cylinder engine, and it was even a retro. It wasn't even came out that way. What do you think that sold for?
65,000.
80.
Oh, did it go up that high?
$80,000. So we'll show you the video. I videotaped that. Also, a whole bunch of bikes, that Jody Perowitz, the eBay one that we seen, those were all built by Billy Lane. You know, if you're out there in Sturgis or in Daytona and you see Billy Lane, I'll go back by those bikes here before we leave tonight and film those bikes because.
Give it up. I knew he would be able to.
Right. I was like, can I take him to buy it?
He was sitting on it. And he was like, he had this big old grin on his face.
So
I said, he's going to get it out here and he's going to drop it.
They act like they'll take them out for you.
He won't let anybody touch it. He was all excited about it.
So what's been going on?
Droop's on.
Droop,
And Eli's on from Mecum Philly.
did he back from the Philippines yet?
Yep, I think he's back. So I asked Droop because I knew that drag specialty thing wasn't far from his place, but I guess he didn't go. Any events, don't know.
They tight on money.
I hear ya.
We understand that. Yeah, because it is. We've spent these last couple of years. We've spent a way more money than we should have ever spent. Didn't
We
make
probably
it.
spent more these last 2 years than we've had the whole time we've been married.
Yeah. Spent a lot of money, and it's just not on the garage. We did a lot of different trips. We went up the coast. Went back to Sturgis. We flew back there, and all the different things that we did this year all cost a lot of money. And everybody always thinks, oh, you must be making a lot of money on YouTube. You know, we both had really good jobs before we retired.
We're losing money right now.
We made we made over 100.
You want to say hi? Oh,
We made over
say hi.
100 times the money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell everybody in YouTube land.
Hey, these guys, they really talk a whole lot. But you know what? Both of them got a smile on their face, and it puts a smile on mine as well. Whatever they're talking about, keep smiling.
So what's your main job here?
Helping offload motorcycles and load motorcycles.
There you go.
So you hide back here in the back the whole time, huh?
So, well, I've been going back and forth from this door to this door because they think that I'm strong enough to handle these big old
The heavy ones.
400 Harley Davidsons and Indians, which I am. And so I'm blessed to be able to do that. But I'm just going to try and enjoy whatever they want me to do.
There
That's
you
all.
go.
There you
All
go.
I can do.
Sounds
There you
good.
go. We got one of the employees, our first employee that we got. Let me go over here. There's the Billy Lane bikes there. I'll go film those real quick.
All right.
Right here.
Oh, right here. I don't know. So I guess the one that sold for all that money was that bike. It was a bicycle. It had like an engine, like a small twin, and it's not probably a twin engine. What are those propeller engines? Anyway, it was on the back of this bicycle. He was telling me about it. I didn't see it, but it was like a wooden propeller, and I guess that sold for $80-something thousand. I don't know. Takes many years to make money on YouTube unless you get lucky. That's the truth. Yeah. Troop knows too. It's all roses in YouTube land. Gotta go. Okay, New England biker, you take care. You and your wife, take care. We'll see you soon. So I guess we waiting for that David Mann bike. It never did, I guess, go up. I don't know. I guess that Jody Perwood's bike and some of those Billy Lane bikes must have sold for those big bucks. So I don't know. We'll have to figure out what it is. I wish I could see the board. So that way at least I'd know what number they were on. No, somebody's waving to me. I don't know who it is. So we've been on an hour and 40 minutes. I'm just trying to look to see what else is going on over here. I can turn the camera around a lot if you guys want to see what's going on. We can't really, we're in the back part, so I can't really see the floor, what's going on. And I'm afraid if I go over there where the board's at, I'm going to lose you because that's where we started at and we didn't have very good reception. So I'm kind of stuck here in the corner. But I don't even know if I walked around and showed you some of these bikes that are right here. I guess all these have already all sold. They're just waiting to be shipped out. There's a lady from All Bikes. I could talk to her. Oh, somebody just emailed me. Texted me. I don't know who that was. I missed it. So what's everybody else doing the rest of the weekend? Anything going on around the country? Different things going on? Any bike shows? I know some of the places aren't very well equipped yet to do bike riding, but I think a lot of dealerships are debuting the new Harleys that came out. So is anybody going to go to any of those dealerships or your nearby dealership and find out, see some of the bikes? I really like the yellow bikes. I don't know, Bob was calling it banana peel yellow, but yellow's my favorite color and I really like it. It's Street Bob, I think they've got it in that yellow color. But don't need a new bike either. But if I ever got one painted, I'd probably get it painted close to that color. Oh, that guy's on a scooter. He's traveling fast. I don't know if you heard the one lady that bought those two bikes. They had a Yamaha, and the one that I thought was that little Triumph. She was not happy. The Yamaha did not have a key. They said it did have a key to it, and they're looking for it. And she said, that's a bunch of. So I don't know if they're going to be able to find the key for it or not. I don't know if it fell out in the midst of transporting it or if it didn't really ever have one. So she was not very happy, and hopefully they can get a key made for it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you can take it to a dealership. It looked like an older bike. So I don't know if a dealership can make a key, or I guess you could change out the key, I would think. Can you change? The one lady that was here that got a bike, she was all mad because the bike didn't have a key and it should have had a key. So can you take that somewhere and get a new key made, or get the chamber taken out and get
What kind of bike? Depending on what kind of bike
Yamaha?
it is. You probably have to change the ignition switch.
Right. I said you should change the ignition switch. I don't know. That's a lot of words there. I got to put my glasses to see this fancy. Hey guys, been inventorying my storage for my move to Phoenix. Have to leave now. Catch you later. Okay. Bye, Patsy. I talked to Mike earlier today. I'm going to call the chip. I haven't called him yet, but I will call. It says, Pating. Pating Nation. Everybody that's out there that's watching. Got a whole 20 on. Not that many. But I can't believe that David Mann bike hasn't gone up yet. Are you all planning to go to Myrtle Beach? Yes. We're going to stay at the state park there in Myrtle Beach. That one's already on the books. Drive to Daytona. I don't know what we're going to do between Daytona and Leesburg. That's almost like 6 weeks. We'll figure out something to do in between that time. And then we're probably going to go to Panama City and then Myrtle Beach, and then we'll head home. We'll be home for about a month, and then we'll head up to Milwaukee, then do Sturgis, and that might wrap it up for the year. I'm not sure when Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue is. Bob kind of wants to go to that, but it's kind of silly to come back home if you're going to go past that and then back again. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Patsy, bye. Jimmy's on. He says, hi, guys, from North Carolina. Yeah, we'll have to figure out where you're at, Jimmy, because we kind of want to do a lot of stuff in North Carolina. So I don't know where exactly you're located at, but we'll have to go and see where you're at. Going to make it this year. I hope to meet y'all. Okay, that'll be cool. So you'll just have to let us know where you're going to be. Email us. Let's see if I can put this up. Email us through your cell phone and we'll swap phone numbers. And then when you get down there, we'll be able to get a hold of each other. It's much easier to do that than through Facebook and emails. I'm not the best at reading emails. I probably got over 1 million emails in my email. Bob reads them way more than I do. I usually answer the texts and stuff like that. I'm better at that. And then he answers all the comments too. So he does most of the work. So all these people, I guess the all bikes here, they must have enough for a trailer. It looks like they're in here inventorying the bikes that they're going to take out to the truck. I guess they have a lift gate on the back of their truck. Big semi out there. So that's what they're doing. There's 2 women here, so I don't know if they drive the bikes or they just load up the bikes. I don't know. Anyway, it's a nice day out here. It's probably about 55, 60 degrees. And we're just sitting here waiting for the auction. Probably wanted to come back and tell you guys what the David Mann bike sold for, but I don't know. I don't think I could carry all this stuff and make it up there. You have to go up a big old flight of steps. And I have a hard enough time getting up the steps on my own without. Oh, I saw that guy earlier. He had that wooden briefcase. That's the guy that bought the Suzuki bike with in order to get it up the ramp. I guess he must have got it in whatever vehicle he's throwing it in. Anyway, not much more going on back here in this corner. I don't know if I can walk up to the floor or not. I don't know if I can get all this stuff in the box. So I can put everything in the bag. Gimbal. I think that battery needs to be changed. Let me change this battery real quick. It was only on 30% earlier. And if I go up that way, at least I'll be able to see what number they're on. It might be a little more noisier up there too, because that's where the auction's going on. Change camera. Change the battery. So it might get really fuzzy and really cut out. I'll try to show you some of the bikes on the way up. And then we'll go from there. Right, media pass on. So I can go anywhere I want. And then he'll freak out because he'll come back here and I won't be here. Okay, it's supper time. All right, have a good dinner. We'll see you later, Drew. I know, not very entertaining now, but hopefully we can get up here and find some more of this stuff. See what bike's going up for auction. I think if I could put this in halfway. Uh-oh, the reserve is off for whatever bike's going up now. Should I put both of these in here? Where the other phone is. He's got the other phone. Hopefully he's got the other phone. Time I get all this stuff put away, everything will be over. All right. All right, let's go. See what we can see. So we'll walk around and see some of the bikes. Get up to the front. So if it cuts out a little bit, it should get better when we get up to the stairs. All these are sold right here.
Yeah.
Now off break lot 189, and 1975. Full truck over, say, full restoration on this one.
Big the girls that are 12 pounds to down line. Raise your in 12 pounds and then drop it. 12 pounds to down.
Say hi to Mike.
Hey,
Yeah.
how are you? What time did you?
That's the guy that got us the table and chairs. All right. All these people in walkers and in scooters. There's got to be an elevator around here somewhere because these steps are killing me.
They don't make cap.
Made it up the steps. Maybe ACDC bike. I need to find a seat. Yeah, I can't see that far. I'm not exactly sure what. Did I lose you guys or not? I guess you're still on. I can't see. Oh, they're on 190. So 4 more bikes will be David Mann's. I wonder if I turn the camera around, if I can zoom in. Oh, I turned the camera off. More. Settings. Camera. I don't know what I did, but So I don't know. I thought I could turn the camera around and then I could zoom in, but I don't know how Bob does that. What does that say? No, that's not it. I don't know. I don't know. All right.
Win, was it? Yeah.
I'll get closer so I can see. One. David Mann bike is 194. And I know where he's at. It looks like the David Mann bike is second one down.
After the First World War, Peugeot focused on small displacement motorcycles.
This one's 192. See it? First edition, 50 miles, That bike's up to 19,000. 18,000 for the sofa.
A 76 hour from Shovelhead tracks for modified fuel of Shovelhead D-spline engine. Get pretty rough and very sold with a bill of Back in Harley Davidson Chopper Bill, I think the benefit. You'll be stunned by artists they would get multiple award winners.
This one's a David Mann bike. Started at 15,000. Yes, the David Mann bike went for 20,000. I thought it would go for a lot more than that, but anyway, that's what it went for, 20,000. The David Mann bike. I would have thought it would have looked a lot more than that. So we'll go up here and look at a few more bikes. Try to find Bob, and then I guess we'll wrap it up. Whoa! I didn't fall. It's a purple bike. I'll show you guys some bikes and then we'll find Bob. There's those little ones I was talking about the other day. I think they'd even be too small for my 6-year-old grandson. They're cute, but $9.
$2. You need a couple guys on this one.
That's one of the things he's thinking about. Probably going to go for way more than what we want. And the other thing is the soda machine and the juice box. The juice box doesn't work, so it might not go for it, which is way too big. But
now offering T195.1 a 2016 Harley Davidson Softail Deluxe, 5,000 miles.
Harley Davidson over there up against that railing. He thought he'd like to have that too, but I'm sure that's going to go for way too much more money also. It's a David Mann bike. Somebody bought it.
Now offering T196 and 1980 Harley Davidson FL8 law enforcement bike from Missoula, Montana Police Department. 9,000 miles. Got you can get it.
Did you find out what it sold for? 20. 20,000 is David Mann replica bike that, well, it's not really replica. They, did you get tired of sitting by the door?
Well, I was bored. There was nothing going
Bored?
on, nothing to do.
Bored?
So I thought I'd walk around and show them everything.
So, yep. So it went for 20,000. Not bad. There's actually a couple other bikes that actually went for like $2,000 or $3,000. A couple of the dirt bikes and stuff. But I was looking for Jody Karowitz, the bike she had, because a couple of those didn't sell. And I was just looking to see if any of those were still around. So I don't know, you got some comments there.
No, they're all done. Droop was the last one. Yeah, Droop was the last one. He said supper was calling. So,
All right. So that we're going to leave you all.
Thanks a lot for hanging out with us. See you guys tomorrow about 1 o'clock Mountain Time. No, Pacific Time. So we'll see you then. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for notifications, and we'll see you on the next video.
There you go. See you tomorrow.
Bye.